Okay. It says you are live.
Mm-hmm.
Hey y'all, come on in.
Hey,
Y'all be
hey.
sure to hit the like button and share the video. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Hey Queen T. She says hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey Queen Vanita. She says hello, Tana Kerr. How are y'all this evening? I like and share. Thank you, Queen. We are great. How are you? Hey, Queen Karima. She says, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Nick. Nick says, hey, everyone. Hey, beautiful. Beautiful says, hello, ladies.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Queen April. April says, hey, happy Sunday. Hey, Alexander. Alexander says, hey, ladies.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Rainy. Rainy says, they sure are. Hey, Carlin, Tan,
Hey,
and everyone. Hey, Queen.
hey.
Hey, I'm Blessed Stone. How are you?
Hey, hey.
Hey, Jay Hi. Jay Hi says good evening. Hey, Queen Helen. Helen says hello, all liked and
Hey,
shared. Thank you,
hey.
Queen. Hey, Queen Leonica. She says, hey, Tan and Carol, liked and shared. Thank
Hey,
you. Hey, Lucette. How are you, Queen? She says, glorious greetings, beautiful people. Hey, Miss Jovial. She says, hi, everyone.
hey.
Leonica says, hey, everyone in the chat, and happy Sunday. Queen Stephanie says, hi, ladies. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen Sherry. She says, two beautiful chicks. Hello, ladies. Hey, Queen Pamela. She says, hi, ladies and everyone.
Hey, hey.
Leonica says, hey, Helen. Raina says, share. Thank you, Queen. Leonica says, hey, sis Sherry. Lillian says, hey, family and chat. Hey, Queen. Lena says, yo, yo, what up, though? How is it? Hey, Lena. We are great, Queen. How are you?
Hey, hey.
Leonica says, hey, Queen Lillian. Lillian says, happy Sunday. Hey, Queen Veronica. She says, happy Sunday, everyone. Lillian
Hey.
says, hey, Leonica. Hey, Heather. Heather says she is from Myrtle Beach, South
Okay.
Carolina. She says, hi. Hey, Queen Karen. She says, hello, all, and hope everyone had a great day.
Hey.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Y'all be sure to hit the like button and share the video. Queen Sherry, she says, hey, sis, Leonica. Beautiful says, it's been a while since I've been on here, ladies, but keep me uplifting in prayers. I have been going through it. I lost my brother a few months ago. So
Oh,
sorry to hear that, Queen. And
yeah.
yes, sending my condolences. And yes, ma'am, we will most definitely keep you in our prayers.
Yeah.
Stephanie says, liked and shared.
Thank you.
Now, Wilson says, hey, ladies in chat, liked and shared. Thank you,
Hey,
Queen.
hey.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday. Hope, hope everyone had a nice weekend because it's over. It is over. Girl, you froze.
You got froze.
You froze.
I see it freezing.
Hmm.
I see it freezing.
Or is it me?
Child, I don't know. It could be me. You know, they be acting when I get on here. Hey, y'all, says mommy. She says, happy Sunday. Show some love by liking and sharing this video. I see you playing. Hey, Felicity. Say, hey, ladies, I want to say you ladies are truly a blessing to the work searching crew. Thank you, ladies, for all that you do. You welcome, Queen.
Thank you.
Beautiful says, thank you so much. Linda says, prayers going out for you, beautiful. Hey, Priscilla, how are you? She says, hello,
Oh,
queens and kings. She says, liked and shared. Thank you. Veronica says, liked and shared, of course. Thank you, Queen. Beautiful says, thank you,
yeah.
Lena. Queen Helen says, hey, Leonica. Davelin says, liked and shared. Thank you. Miss Wilson said, it's me. She said, it's Curl. I'm freezing. Oh, thank you, Nick. Nick says, love the thumbnail. Laugh out loud. Lillian says, praying for you, beautiful. Thank y'all so much for liking and sharing.
Mm, you ready to
Happy
start?
Sunday, everybody. So y'all ready for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. Work day. Anybody have any good news? Anybody make any money yesterday, Friday, maybe today? Hey, Queen Carla. She says good evening to
Hey,
Chick.
hey. Anybody got any money set up for this week?
Anybody got any mystery shops
Yep, yep.
this week? Hey, Nav. Nav says hi. Carla says, hey, Leonica and my Wilkinson. Hey, Queen Monetta. She says, hi, ladies in chat. Happy Sunday, everybody. All right.
Hey, hey.
Queen Karen says she cashed out 50 on you,
All
girl.
right, Queen. Congrats.
Congrats to you, Queen. Nick says made 20 on free cash. Okay, congrats. Oh,
Oh,
just play. Okay. Nick says no, it was just play. That's okay.
that's okay,
Um,
Queen.
Beautiful says I have to get back on my money game. Been down for a moment.
That's okay, Queen. That's why it's called side gigs and side hustles. You can pick them up and put them down.
Right. Whenever you get ready. My Wilson says, hey, Carla and Leonica. Beautiful says, congratulations, Karen. Nav says, liked and shared, family. Thank you, Nav. Nick says, thanks. Congrats to everyone. Leonica says, hey, Carla. And she says, hey, my Wilkinson. Hey, Earl. Earl has stepped in the building.
Earl.
Hey, King Earl. How are you? Happy Sunday. He says, peace, fam.
Hey, hey.
Earl, have you made any money this weekend? Anybody else got any good news they want to share with the Two Chicks family? Y'all be sure to drop it in the chat.
You ready? Oh, you want to wait
Y'all
some?
ready? Whenever you are. I is ready.
All right. Well, we are going to get started. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you are not new, welcome back and thank you for joining us again. I am TNG.
And Tangi is the goat, and I am Carl.
And Carol is the goat, but better known as Curl. She is the goat. Together we are two chicks with the side hustle on this channel, wherever you're watching us on. We post work at home, job, side gig, and side hustles. We do these lives to help you get started on your work from home journey. If you are new to working from home, if you are not new to working from home, we help you maximize your time and your money. If you are new here, grab a pen and a piece of paper because there will be a lot of gems dropped. If you are not new here, still grab your pen and piece of paper because I'm sure you will learn something. If you are new, type I'm new in the chat. If you have any questions about anything we have posted across our social media or blogs, please put them in the chat. We are here to help you. If you have questions, again, put them in the chat. Carol will be reading the chat, and we will be getting to the side hustles at the end of the live.
Hey Teresa. Leonica says, hey Carla. Hey my Wilkerson. Stephanie says she cashed out another 10 on free cash. All right, girl. Congrats, Queen. Teresa says, hey everybody. Now says, what is YouGov? YouGov is a survey site. I think they are more so geared toward political surveys. Hey Queen Judith. She says, good evening to Chicks family. Nick says, I got a pen and notebook ready for these gems. Earl says he just got 30 from product too. All right, Earl. Congrats, King. So let me see if we got YouGov. So if anybody here wants to do YouGov, they are number 12 on the list. Wait a minute. I did put the link for Just Play if anybody's interested in that one. Let's see, Earl got product too.
Did you get the if they're 18 to 24? That's a different one. Did you get that one?
For
Pen YouGov for YouGov.
it's on the list, so I don't know if that's the one or not.
Okay, I'll find the one for 18 to 24. Give me a minute.
Ms. Wilson said she was building an egg on free cash, but the game kept freezing. So she uninstalled and reinstalled, and they erased her progress. Oh no! Can you reach
Oh
her?
wow.
I would contact them.
Yeah.
Nick says, congrats, King Earl. Stephanie says, I did the test call for call center QA. If I get an email within 7 business days, and if don't, then they decided not to hire me. Okay, Stephanie, keep us posted. We got another Stephanie. She says, I am new. Welcome,
Okay.
Queen.
Welcome.
Leonica says, hey, Stephanie. Stephanie says, hey, Leonica. Now says, me too. Nick says, have anyone had any issues with Hey Cash cashing out? They froze my account and then made me wait a week to tell me I was not getting anything I earned during review.
What? That's,
Hadn't heard nobody say that, Nick.
mm-mm.
Let's see. I'll put it here and we'll see if anybody responds. Um, hey P Cross, long time no see. How are you, Queen? She says, hello everyone.
Hey, Queen.
Sunday. So Karen, she gave a breakdown. She says YouGov is a lot of political stuff, but they do have some different stuff at times. What's cool is a lot of what they gather from us is put into poll numbers that are on different news stations. Oh,
All right. All right.
Nick says I also reached out to Best Play. They said they working on it and it is no need to contact them. Presto Shopper told me my time was off. We'll post exact message. Okay.
Okay.
Um is it Yo Court? Yo Court says I'm finally in this thing. Greetings from Houston. I finally acted and did 8 gigs by mystery shops last week.
All
Just
right.
waiting on that big fat check.
All
All
right,
right.
Queen. All right, Queen. You got me from behind that wall. Do I need to switch it and put my bookcase back? But no, we're just gonna leave it alone.
I don't know. Do you?
Congrats, Queen. Congrats. Waiting on that check.
Congratulations. So happy to see this beautiful family. So gig spot. Y'all come on from behind the brick wall. like Queen Yogurt did or Yogurt did. And y'all come on and get Gig Spot. Link is in the chat. They have telephone and web shops. So Earl says he is listening, and while he's on here listening to the stream, he is doing prolific, and he is currently at 5393. All right,
All right.
Earl. Congrats, Earl. Queens, what are y'all doing? Because Earl is not finna play with y'all. He is on side hustle number, I think it's 14. He might be on 15 now, but I know he's on like 14. What y'all doing, Queens?
Mm-hmm.
Not all of y'all, but some of y'all kind of slacking. Y'all gonna let King
Let's
Earl
talk.
beat you?
Let's talk about. So, if you are new, we are talking about side gigs and side hustles, and what we are talking about is things that you can do that are not on a schedule. You can do these things when you want. You can. They most of them, well, all of them primarily don't have an interview, no type of assessment, and you can start these things literally right away or within 24 hours. So these are things that people are using to make extra money. So, GigSpot is an app, and people use GigSpot. They have mystery shop, and what mystery shop is, basically you go play a role as a shopper or a whatever the service is that you are doing. So it could be anything from, we always say, from churches to strip clubs. You can mystery shop anything, literally. um, and with Gig Spot, they have what they call retail, a lot of retail audits, apartment mystery shops, a lot of, they have, I've seen restaurants, I've seen bars, I've seen a lot of different things on Gig Spot that you can
Yeah.
mystery shop. So people go out and they do those assignments and they get paid. It varies on the pay. It depends on what type of shop it is and who the shop is for, what company. And you can do these things primarily on your own time, and you are paid per task. It is not unheard of for individuals to make 200 up to $200 per shop. It depends on what type of shop it is, but it's not unheard of. People frequently earn $200 or more on mystery shop. It just depends on what you are doing. So a lot of things that we're talking about now, the Gig Spot, that is mystery shop. They, as well as they have outside of the home mystery shops, they also have web and phone shops that you can do from your home. Right now on my dashboard, I have 130 web and phone shops. But I have, oh, I got like four, well, three sizing audits, and I got two restaurants. They got Buffalo Wild Wings on there, not care.
Oh, really?
They pay you $15 and they reimburse you up to $45. Hmm.
Mm.
Yep. So, mystery shop is a thing. Um, so again, we will put the companies in the chat as the as individuals in the chat talk about them. We may talk about a few that are not in the chat, but again, a lot of individuals who come on our lives do these things, and they are telling people about how they do them, their strategies. So make sure you are taking notes.
Queen Sherry, she says, I started another gaming app called Daily Gifts, easy games, and several other ways to get the points. All right, Queen.
All right,
Congratulations to you.
all right.
P Cross says, doing good, ladies. Back on my side hustle grind. All right, P Cross. Um, Swantosha says, OMG, I'm officially ready to execute. Help me, please. Let's go, Queen. So, Swantosha, take a look at the survey sites and the side hustle sites on this list here. Now, some of them, some of the queens we've already talked about at the beginning of the video. Some of the queens are already doing a lot of these. So I would say take a look at that list. Lisa says, "Hi, ladies. The picture of the giraffe is so cute." Queen Leonica says, "I'm at 72 cents on Nice Drama, cashed out 51 on Bright Drama, 4 on Prime Opinion, 28 cents on the Money Time app, 91 on Money Drama, but testing it out to see if it's legit since first cash out is 100." Okay. So do you think, Leonica, that Nice Drama, Bright Drama, and Money Drama, do you think they are under the same umbrella? You think it's a part of the other two? The Money Drama, is it a part of Bright and Nice? Well, congrats, Queen Leonica.
Congrats.
Thank you, Lisa. Um, Leonica says, "Congrats, Earl." Sherry says, "Playbooks is another one." Okay, I think I got the daily gift. I'm gonna write down the playbooks.
Yeah.
Y'all finding them now.
Mm-hmm.
Swantosha, she says, "I'm new and I'm ready to grow."
Okay. Well, Santosha, thank you. Welcome. Again, our first, always on your first live, we say take notes. Take notes of the things that you want to do. If you want a mystery shop, take notes of some mystery shop companies that we talk about. If you want to do survey sites, take list of the survey sites we talk about. Take notes of the ones that people made money off of. Screenshot them. There will be people talking about different companies. Go research those companies, find out what they are, find out what you like to do. Because to be successful at these side gigs and side hustles, you have to know what you're gonna like. Like, I know that I don't like doing the phone mystery shop. I do not like doing that. So I would rather go outside of the house and do the mystery shopping task. However, my friend Carol likes doing the phone mystery shop. She would rather not go outside the house and do the mystery shopping task. So that's just two different personalities. And we I suggest that you find out what you do want to do, because a lot of times if it's not something that you would enjoy, you tend not to do it. And that's what I found in my case.
Yeah, I agree. Stephanie says she is doing fresh and Thai rewards while watching the stream. Okay, Queen. Congrats to you, Queen Stephanie. Stephanie got her a few side
Right.
hustles over there. Earl says, "Thanks, all." P. Cross says she signed up for Brock's panel top surveys discount. All right now, but she said she couldn't get into Hatch. That's okay. You got others. Congrats. Nick
Want me to
says
get
it
the
appears
prop?
the clock on your device is about 60 minutes off, which can cause problems when attempting to claim the shops. Please check your device clock and the time zone settings and try again. Presto
So,
Shopper, that's the message.
so is your phone is are you trying to sign up on your computer, and is your computer time off, or are you signing up on your phone and your phone time is off? Because that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either like your phone is off an hour, or your computer is off an hour.
Like the time, it's probably like the time zone because I know, like on my computer, since I used to work a lot of jobs in the Eastern time zone, my computer is always set an hour ahead. Like it says, I know it's 9 o'clock. I'm on Central Time, but the computer says 10 o'clock. So you probably got to match it up to whatever the time zone is for those shops. Pete Cross, she says, "Hey, Leonica." Leonica says, "Hey, how have you been, Pete Cross?" Hey, the Empress Queen. She says, "Hey, Queens, thanks for all that you do. Quick question: is there anybody hiring immediately, guaranteed hire?" We can give
Um,
you some companies, Queen, that are hiring immediately, but we cannot say guaranteed that you will get hired. We can't say that because that would be based off of your skill set, what you have on your resume. I do have a list of beginner friendly companies. I have 30 on this list. If you want to take a look, some of the companies, some of our queens have worked for, and some of the companies, Tan and myself, we have worked for. Some of them don't require interviews, but some do. So I would just say go through each one. Some are state specific. Go through each one and read the job descriptions. But some of them are fast hire. Sherry says Primal Pain and Hey Cash are the same company. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sherry. Kay says, has anyone tried unlock surveys? Nick says, Queen Sherry, can you explain how Daily Gift works? That app is just sitting on my phone. I have like 4,000 coins and I don't understand.
mm,
Nav says, what games does that you on Real Cash? I'm thinking you're saying what games pay you real cash to play? It's quite a few now. Best Play, Just Play, some of the ones that Queen Leonica named off, those pay out to PayPal. Inbox dollars, they pay out to PayPal. Free cash, I think they pay out to PayPal. So there are quite a few gaming apps that you can earn real cash from instead of gift cards. Now, some of them give you the option whether or not you want the gift card or if you want to cash out to PayPal. What type of phone service do you have, Nav? Do you have an Android or an iPhone? Because that's another thing that will depend on what games you can play. If you have an Android phone, I would say try some of these. Play, Just Play. Kay says, "What is Bright and Nice and Money Drama? How do you sign up?" Those are apps, Queen. Someone put here. Leonica said, "Nice Drama, Bright Drama are under the same company, but Money Drama is under a different one." Okay.
you said nice drama and money drama.
So those two are under the same one, but Money Drama is not. I don't know about that Money Drama. I'm looking online. It's questionable. That one just seemed a little off to me with the $100 payout. But let us know, Leonica. Keep us informed on that one. Hey, Viscounter. She says, "Hi, ladies. I'm gonna need us some good side hustles." Take notes, Queen. We dropping them in the chat
Yeah.
as we speak. Leonica says, "Thanks, Tan and Carol." Casey, Leonica, how do you sign up for all of those? Helen says back in the game. All right now.
Okay.
7 on 4 right. Surveys on the go. She got 12. Pay viewpoint 10. Cloud research 12. Prolific 11. Fetch she has 20,000 points. All
Oh,
right,
all
Queen.
right, Queen.
Queen Helen.
Go ahead, Queen.
Y'all better take some notes. We've been on this stream for 30 minutes and we didn't have several queens to post up what they are doing. Scroll back in the chat or rewatch the live stream video. So we are dropping all types of
Mhm.
side gigs and side hustles here in the stream. So again, get you a pen, get you a piece of paper, take some screenshots. If you have missed any of what has been said already, the replay will stay up. You are more than welcome to go back and check it out once we get off of here. P. Cross says, doing good. Hope you are too, Leonica. Sherry says, yes, turn your coins and tickets. They convert to PayPal, Amazon, etc. Thank you, Queen. Lisa says, keep up the great work, Earl. She says, I am inspired. She says, thank you. It's good to see a king doing it sometimes, Lisa. So I 100% agree with that. So thank you, Earl, for always coming back on here to support the queens and our channel. Leonica says, do you have an Android phone, Kate? They are on the Google Play Store. She says, congrats to you, Helen. She says, I'm doing good, Pete Krause. Kate says, Leonica, yeah, what are the names again? Hey, Queen Carlina. She says, night night hustle. Tan and Kerr. Stephanie says, I'm in free cash. Kenya says, can I get more information on the phone, telephone, the mystery shop, the telephone mystery shop, gig spot?
It's a gig spot. Is she asking about gig spot?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gig Spot has a section on their app called Web and Phone Shops, and the key is you need to sign up and what is it? Do all of not all of them, but a number of the what is it called, girl? Not assessments, but
On gig spot, they got the telephone and the web shops, but you have to fill out the those contracts,
yeah, user
certifications.
user certifications. That's what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
the more you sign up, the more likely it is that you will start getting the web and phone shops. So make sure you sign up for a lot of them. We had one queen before she even got any. Excuse me. She had signed up for 300. So just make sure that you sign up for a lot of them.
I see another testimony. Nick says, I'm on a laptop. I changed my time and time zone.
Okay.
Hopefully that will help Nick, but keep us
Yeah.
posted. P. Cross says, Fetch is on fire. She
Hold
says,
on.
I am up to over 51,000 points by playing the games and scanning receipts. On branded, I have completed 21 surveys in 2 days.
All right, Queen.
Congratulations, P. Cross. Go ahead, girl. Leonica said, nice drama, bright drama, money drama. All our movie apps, Money Time, coins, cash out every 3 hours. Prime opinion. This is a survey site. And
Yeah.
she says, Kate. She says, congrats to you, P. Cross. P. Cross says, thanks, Leonica. Congratulations to you as well. Leonica says, you are welcome and thank you. Monica says, good evening, everyone. Hey, Queen Monica. P.
Hey.
Cross says, congrats to you, Miss Helen. Latricia, she says, I applied to LabOps. I took your advice, Tan, and I applied from a different computer. I signed my contract and waiting for the next step.
All right.
Go ahead, Queen.
Congrats.
So if anybody here wants to check out LiveOps, we do have a list of beginner-friendly companies. LiveOps does not require an interview. Verifast, they're on here. Next Rep, Live Exchange, Working Solutions. So y'all be sure to check out
Yeah,
these if you are a beginner. And they do offer flexible schedules where you can pick and choose
yeah.
what you want to work.
And don't get don't be afraid to sign up for those beginner friendly companies, because
Right.
just as we said, they are flexible for beginners. If you are new to work from home, they understand that. So we suggest that if you are new to work from home and you don't know where to start with those beginner friendly companies.
Yep. And some of them again are quick hire. Take a look at the list, Queen, Viscountess. Ursula says, "Hey there, ladies. How are you? And good evening to
Good.
everyone." Hey, Queen Ursula. How are you, Queen? We are great. P. Cross says, "Congrats, Latricia." Latricia, I also applied to Cambly Kids and Twinix. I also have an interview with Cleveland Site Center for Customer Service, work from home position. All right,
All
girl.
right.
Latricia, you on the roll, I see.
All
Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead. Fill that basket up, Queen.
Good.
Live Ops, Cambly Kids. These are some good side
Mhm.
hustle slash part-time jobs because
Yep.
both of these companies will allow this queen to work whenever she wants to. She is the boss
Yep.
over her schedule. She can pick and choose the days, the times that she wants to work. If she wants to skip a week, she could do that. So
Mhm.
if you are looking for those flexible companies, again, the list to 30 companies are in the chat. Nick says, "Thanks, everyone." Hey, Queen DG.
Hey.
She says, "Hey, Queens and Kings." Monica says, "Hey, Leonica." P. Cross says, "Hello, DG." Teresa says, "Congratulations to you, Queen Latricia." Leonica says, "Hey, Monica, I had wrote you on Discord." Leonica says, "I will, Carl. Thanks." Teresa says, "Hey, Ursula." Monica says, "Thanks, Leonica." And Leonica says, "You're welcome, Monica." Nick says, "Are there any other mystery shops like Presto? And is that sassy?" Like
Mm,
I know Presto does a lot of like spas and restaurants. The one that comes to mind for me is Market Force. Market
yeah.
Force, they have like a lot of food shops. Um, trying to think who else. Let's see.
Mm, who
I
else
got
has?
a list. I have a list, Nick. If you want to just maybe take a look at the list, give me 1 second. There are 15 on here. And Teleshop might be like Sassy.
Yeah.
There's another one called the RBG Group. I think that one has restaurants also. But this is a list of them. 15 mystery shops on the list. Helen says, "I believe in multiple streams of income." That's right.
Yeah.
She says, "And I am thankful for Carl and Tan in my journey. Love you guys." Oh, we are grateful
We
for you as
appreciate
well,
it.
Queen. Thank you so much. Ursula says, "Hey, Teresa. Mix, what you cracking up about?" She says, "Why am I over here cackling at the thumbnail? Good night." She says, "Good night, ladies in chat. What's going on, Queen Meeks?" Earl
Ivy,
says, "No problem." He says, "Y'all help me out." Thank you, King Earl.
thank you.
Appreciate you. Leonica says, "Hey, Meeks, and have a great night." She says, "Hey, Leonica, thank you, and same to you." Teresa was saying the certifications. Yeah.
Yeah, certifications. Thank you, Teresa.
Uh-huh. Hey, Coco. Coco says, "Hey everyone."
Hey,
Alexander says, "Are there any remote jobs where having Wi-Fi internet connection is accepted?"
most of them are side gigs and side hustles. If Alexander, if you are needing a work from home job and you are don't have the connection, buy a Wi-Fi extender off of Amazon. Um, that that has an Ethernet connection on the side, and you can use that Ethernet connection plug on the Wi-Fi extender to count as being hardwired. So you need to go to Amazon and type in Wi-Fi extender, purchase one that has a um, Ethernet port on the side, and then you will be able to connect to that.
Nick says it did not work. Oh no. Nick says I reached out to the company though. Okay. Well, hopefully they can help. Hey, Queen Robin. She says, "Good evening, everyone." Lisa says, "Congrats to you, Latricia." Ursula says, "Congrats, y'all." Carlina says, "Liked and sharing." Thank you, Queen. Lillian says, "Congrats, Latricia." Hey, Queen Angela. She says, "Good evening, everyone. How are you?" DG says, "Hey, P. Cross." Nick says, "Queen Sherry, I was wrong. Got 269,000 coins, 280 tickets, and 10 diamonds. Have to cash out on daily." Well, that's good. On the 269,000 coins, Nick.
Right,
Congrats on that. That's great.
right. That is good.
Some good news. Hey, Queen Adrian. She says, "Hey, y'all. I just popped in to say giraffes lives in the title. I love it." She said, "You're on the road with these." I'm sticking around. um, I'm not sure, Kate. She says, "I missed it. What were you saying? We just said a lot."
Yeah.
Hey, Wanda. Wanda says, "Hello, ladies. Just stopping by."
Hey.
Nick says, "Thanks." Adrian says, "Thanks, Tan. I was wondering about the Wi-Fi extender. I recall you mentioning it."
Yep, yep.
Uh-oh. Y'all ready for this
All right.
one? Queen Angela. She says, "Paid out Friday. $790 on Ellis. 120 on Gig Spot apartments. I mean appointments and
One.
220 gig. Huh?
Never mind.
Oh. 220 gig spot retail stores earn 35 on branded, 1383 inbox, and 13 on free cash. So it was
Uh,
120 gig spot apartments. Because I think,
uh,
yeah, they do have apartment shops. Yeah, they
they
do.
do. They do.
But 220 on the retail, girl?
All
What?
right.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
All right. So let's dissect this for the newbies. All right. So this queen, Queen Angela. Queen Angela has been here, what, maybe 3, 4 months?
Not long.
Not long. Queen Angela got from behind that brick wall and started doing mystery shops. Now, let me just say this. There are part-time remote jobs. There are. We're not saying that. But there are a lot of people come on looking for part-time remote jobs because they have a full-time position and they are looking for extra money. So we have a lot of people that do that. And a lot of times they'll have trouble finding that part-time job. So we suggest the side gigs and side hustles. And this queen has taken it to the next level. So Ellis, it is a apartment mystery shop company. So if you have rented an apartment and went on a tour of an apartment complex or a tour an apartment or rented an apartment, you can do Ellis Apartment Mystery Shops. It is really easy and you can earn great money. You see, this queen earned $790 in 1 month. So, again, Angela Queen, how many shops was that on Ellis? Gig Spot also has apartment shops, and she
Yeah.
made $120. And Gig Spot was the app we were talking about earlier. Branded Surveys, that is another survey site. She owned $35. And we had a king, he was earning $300 a week. Inbox Dollars, that's Carol's favorite of all time. She
Not
earned
about time.
$13.83 in free cash. That is playing games. You can watch ads. What else can you do in free cash? Play
I don't
games.
know because I don't do free cash.
It was something else you can do on free cash. Another task you can do. But we had
Take
Queen
survey.
take surveys, play games, and watch ads. That's what it was. We had a couple of queens who were making enough to pay their utility bills consecutively for months. So don't let these things, don't think you cannot do these things, because we have queens who are doing things just like Angela and earning money just like Angela. And congratulations, Angela.
Yeah. Congrats, Queen. Good job, girl.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So y'all take a screenshot. I did drop the companies in the chat.
Yeah.
If anybody is interested, y'all be sure to take a screenshot and check the chat section.
Yeah.
Helen says, thanks, Deonica. Adrian says, nice, Angela. Hey, Queen Dawn. Dawn
Hey.
is another queen that does a
Yeah.
lot of mystery shops. Now, this is the queen right here that just stepped into the chat. She is one of the queens of Geek Spot. She says, hello, two chicks in chat, liked and shared. Thank you, Queen. Lisa says, congrats, Angela. Earl is clapping. Angela. Lillian says, congrats, Angela. Sherry says, beside each one, it should say claim hit that once you turn them into the purple diamonds, go over to the cash out, match your amount. Uh, Carlina says, congrats to all and keep hustling. It's the holidays. Me says, the giraffe has me cracking up. It's just so. I knew that was going to grab y'all attention. DG says, congrats, you are killing the game. But DG, you going to have your turn,
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
It's enough money to be made
So,
out here. So
yeah.
Queen Angela is one of the queens. Yes, she is killing the game. But you guys could be doing the exact same thing that she's doing. Helen says, wow, awesome, Angela. Don
And
says, I
she,
have two apartment shops on my way home from work this week.
can
So
you
this
put
is Dawn, everybody. She is one of the queens of Gig Spot. All right, Dawn. She got some apartment shops
yeah.
too.
And do you notice she said on her way home from work this week, meaning she could schedule these things after she finishes her full time job. So these are not things that will prohibit you from doing them just because you work a
Yeah.
certain hour. You can schedule these things when you want, do them on your time. Of course, the apartment complex or whatever she's doing has to be open. But again, these things are scheduled on her own time. And no, Dawn, I ain't did no audits lately. So yes, so yes.
Woo. Stephanie said, and receipt on free cash. Yep, the receipt. Oh, so you can do the receipts, Tan. That's what it was. Nick said, Sherry, is that on exchange? I mean, Stephanie said that.
Yes,
Nick
but
said, Sherry, is that on the exchange tab? And Sherry says, yes.
come on. I gotta
Lady
see
Empress says, happy Sunday, ladies, and everyone in the chat.
no,
Happy Sunday, Queen.
to my thing. Hold on, Carol. I've been
Okay. So Angela says, I have been on here since late February. That was nine apartments on Ellis and two on Gig Spot. Thank you so much. I apologize. What was the name of the hotel mystery shop? Oh, no problem, Queen. It's Coil, and I will go and find the link and drop it here. So Queen Angela, she is letting you guys know that she did 9 apartment shops on, and I don't know what happened to Tan. So is this her device or something disconnected? She did 9 apartment shops on Ellis for that payout of 790, and for the 220 payout, she did 2 apartment shops on Gig Spot. So Queen Angela, I did post the link to Coil in the chat. Thank you, Queen Wanda. She says liked and shared. Sherry says 1,000 purple diamonds. That is $1. Thank you, Sherry, for explaining to Nick. P. Cross says, congratulations, Angela. Hey, JW. JW says, good evening. Hey, King Xavier. He says, liked and shared. Thank you, King. And he says, hello to everyone. Don says, Tan, you haven't done any. Savannah says, congrats, Angela. So again, Queen Angela, she is making money off of mystery shop. So if you are interested in the mystery shop companies, I would say get a separate email, because once you get into the system, they will start emailing you guys like crazy. So she did give a breakdown of how many apartment shops.
Okay.
It was 9 on Ellis and 2 for the 220 on Gig Spot. That's
Wow.
good. Just the two
Yeah.
shops.
And 9 on Ellis.
Yeah, because she can space those out. You don't have to go
Uh-huh.
the same day. You
So,
space them out.
and Ellis pays in monthly. So they pay what we call net 30. So she did 9 shops over the course of 1 month. That's less than some people. Yeah, I mean that's less than a part-time job, and it's very part-time. So that
Right.
doesn't even average to maybe 2 a week, maybe 2, and then one time she'll do 3 in 1 week. So um make sure that you are signing up for these apartment shops because they are lucrative. They do help you in the meantime in between time.
And then just think, I was going to say, what if it took her an hour to do each shop? 9 hours out the entire month? But some of you guys are looking for part time jobs. Come on, y'all. Let's have an open mind here and let's start getting some of these side gigs and side hustles. Because if you think about it, a part time job, let's just say $15 an hour. This is an example. If you have to work a minimum of 10 hours a week, you are only getting $150 a week.
But you had to
You
work
add
10
that up.
hours for that
And if you add it
150.
up, it's only, what is it? 600 a month. But this queen here worked less time and almost hit $800. So just kind of think about that. Do the math.
Mhm.
I didn't make it up. I looked it up. So just do the math, and then you'll see what I'm trying to say about that.
Yes.
Not saying don't go get a part-time job. If that's what you have to do, hey, by all means do that. But if you can pivot and
Hmm.
do Gig Spot or do Ellis or Presto Shopper, Coil, Amusement, Advantage. It's so many different mystery shop companies out there, and every one, of course, they all pay different amounts. Queen Ennui, she was doing one company and making 200 daily, and taking this company and paying and utilizing the money that she was making to pay her bills just by going to restaurants, going to get manicures, pedicures, getting lashes put on. So I got to get them wheels turning. Let's
Yeah.
start thinking about, different ways that we can step outside the box. Of course, it's not the normal thing, and it's something, especially if you've never done it before, but the world is changing, and every day we see what is happening here. And y'all see the thumbnail. Groceries are high as giraffe lips, and that is the honest to God truth. You step into the grocery store, you can buy one thing, and it might cost you $100. Meat, I was talking to Tan. I said, this ground beef is high as the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken, high. Eggs, high. Milk, high. You buy two, three things, you at $150 as soon as you hit the register.
Yeah.
And that's with a coupon. So let's get them wheels a turning. Let's
And
get a
so,
separate email. Let's go do a little research and let's start signing up to these companies. I can lead you to the water, but that's as far as I can take you. I can just take you right here to the water, give you the tools, the resources, the free information, but you have to put in the work in order to reap the reward. And it's not hard because, again, with the side gigs and the side hustles, you don't have to have a resume. There is no interview that you have to go through. You don't have to jump through all of the hoops and the rigmarole like you would with a remote job. Some of these companies, they gonna take you down through there. Yeah, you got to do an assessment to get in. Then you go and do training, and guess what? You got to do another assessment to come out of training to go into nesting. So just think about all of that. If I got to
mhm.
go through all of this just for this little $15, $16 an hour, when I could have went over here and signed up to Gig Spot, I could have signed up to I View It, I could have signed up to Gig Walk and been making that in a couple of days. Y'all,
Mm.
and some of y'all get frustrated, and I get it. Oh, this company done wasted my time. Yeah, it is a waste of time. It is. And some of them, they do that. They take you down through there. You got to jump through 15 hoops before they tell you, "Oh, Tan, you got the job now, girl." And Tan looking like, "Oh, that was 6 weeks of training. That was 6 weeks of assessments. Y'all had me on the edge of my seat, thinking I'm not gonna get this job." And it's a lot of them. They are getting stricter and stricter because we got people that's out here taking assessments for folks. So the companies, they y'all don't think they see what's going on? Of course they do. You know why? Because they in these Facebook groups. But a lot of these people, they don't think and they don't feel like, oh, they're not gonna catch me. Oh, they see what's going on. They see because I see them in the groups responding on some of these people's posts. Wanda says, "Miss the info about the games. Do you have to share your location in order to collect?" No, mm-mm. No wonder you don't. Xavier says he's over there on brand. The answer says, "Let's get it done, y'all. I have applied for a few jobs this week as well." Okay, Queen. She says, "Thank you all." All right, Angela. Hey, a jockey. A jockey says, "Hey, two chicks in chat. Finally caught you all live. I watch y'all live from Wednesday and Thursday. Definitely took some notes." All right, Queen. Nick says, "I need tips on Ellis. I really want tips to do them."
What type of tips do you need, Queen? This is my tip on Ellis. Primarily, all of Ellis's shops are the same. There may be deviation and a few variations between the shops and the questions that they ask based on the community. But again, the reports are not hard. They are basically the same thing over and over again. If you can get through one shop, you can get through two shops, you can get through three shops. They're basically the same thing. And anybody who has done Ellis, please chime in. It Once you get through the reports, and again, the reports, they are time consuming, they are long. But again, once you do one, they are primarily all the same. Um, I would say just do them, do the report. If the report is not right, the not the recruiters. the schedulers will call you and say, hey, you didn't do this right. And you can ask them, hey, well, how should I handle it? How can I make, rephrase the answer to make it acceptable? So you can ask them questions. Usually, if the report is not right, they reach out to you. They give you a chance to make it right. So don't be afraid. Just go on, do the chop, do the report, and let them correct you. You will never know how to do some of these things if you don't take the feedback from the people who actually um, uh, look at the reports. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. I know they tell us, hey, you have to be perfect on some of these jobs, la da da da. But that is not the case. You have to be trained, and your first shop is usually your training shop. So don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah. Angela says, thanks, Carol, for the link. No problem, Queen. Xavier says, important notice. He says, limited time offer. Stack those dollars together. I'm going to put it up here, Xavier. He says, invite a friend to brand it by September the 30th and have them complete the SoFi Invest offer. You'll earn $20 for every referral. They'll earn 100. Okay. He says, everyone wins. Thank you, Xavier. Angela says calculation day is the 7th of the month and you are paid on the 21st. So right says, hello, queens and kings. Kay says, how can you go up on the chat? I can't go up. Are you on a phone, queen, or a computer? Um, Kyra says, on a computer is in the settings. She says, scrolling up. Lady Empress says, is anyone here familiar with Misplay? How do you redeem your rewards? I'm using on the iPhone and I'm not able to have access. I'm going to put it up here, Queen. Nick says, I spent $40 yesterday at Walmart and can't even see what I bought for real. See?
Yeah.
High. Groceries. Extremely high. I got to go to the grocery store tomorrow. I'm dreading it.
Mm-hmm.
Tan, can you pay for my groceries?
Yeah, I just paid for mine, honey, and I can't even call it.
Because they super duper high. Xavier, he said, I'm on my way to branded elite. Okay, Xavier, go ahead. Go ahead, Tan. That's some good news. Carlina says, I already going. I get 5 items, $150 straight. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Xavier says, Tan and Kerr is very right. Thank you, King.
Baby.
Lady Empress said, the way prices are increasing, I'm about to go vegetarian plant-based. And girl,
Girl, they
but
still
check this,
high.
Lady Empress. The fruit to me, certain places I go to get the fruit from, I'll go to like the international market because they specialize in like different types of fruits and vegetables. Girl, it's even higher. I told Tan, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm thinking I'm going over here to get a better deal on the fruits. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. You can get three,
You
four
sound
different fruits,
right.
and that's already $50. So, nope, just as high because to eat good, you're gonna pay more. If you
Okay.
notice, if you just go in the store one day, my daddy had to tell me this. He like, just look around at the prices. Go look at the bad food and go look at the good food, and then you'll see the good to eat good is higher than to eat bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you going and you looking at like noodles and hot dogs and all the stuff that's fattening and it's not good for you, but then you go look at the fruits and the vegetables and the this and the that and some of the vegan stuff, it's higher. It's higher. Nee says, I was reading that you have to ask for a certain person. Can
There are
someone
some shops that you have to ask for a certain person. Yes, that is true. And you have to ask for them and try to make sure that they'll be there at the time you will come. But there are some shops that you don't have to ask for a certain person.
yeah. Same thing with the telephone calls. I used to do the telephone mystery shop calls, and they would want me to call. And if they didn't want me to ask for the person, because I guess me asking it would seem obvious that I'm looking for this particular person. And then, of course, the person may be like, well, where you get me from? How you know me? So they would want me to, they would find out the information when the person was at work. And then if I called around maybe like 1 to 3, if the person didn't answer the phone, they would just tell me to say, okay, I made a mistake. I dialed the wrong number and hang up the phone. But if the person answered, then I would just go straight into what they wanted me to ask the person. So they didn't want me to ask for them per se. Some of them do, some may not, because kind of throws them off. And then they'll start thinking like, well, how does Nick know me? Where does Nick know me from? And then they may prompt them to ask you that, and then it's like, you don't know what to say. Alonda says, good evening. I'll shift smart. Ask for my SSN and applying. Is that legitimate? Did you apply from their website, Alonda? I've never done Shift Smart, so I'm not familiar. Angela says, oh, I forgot. She said she got 90 on Algoneer. Was it Aligner? I don't know how to pronounce that. And accepted on 2 assignments with CrowdGen by Appen and RWS. Just started yesterday. All right, girl. Congrats, Queen. Uh, your course says I did Ross, Burlington, DD stores in my area for the 8 gig spot at $20 a pop. Those are the audit shops, ladies and gentlemen. These are easy. If you can count, then you can go and make. I think some places they pay 18. I think down here where we are, what is it, 17, 10 or 18? Can't hear you. You on mute.
Sorry, Coke came here. It was 20 last week. Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
It's 20 this week too.
20. Okay. So I think sometimes it'll fluctuate. I think we had like 17, 18, and then now they paying 20. Okay. So queens and kings. The queen here went to Ross, Burlington, DD discount stores. If you can count, you may have to count some shirts. They may say go in there and count the t-shirts on the men's side. Go in and count the jeans on the women's side. Go in and count, 2 dress racks. And I think you got to count to like $100. You don't have to talk to nobody. Again, you are a mystery shopper. So you're not going in and say, hey, I need to count these shirts. No, you just go in there, you count the shirts, bam, that's $20. This queen did 8. Let's add that up. 20 times 8. What is that? It's $160. Did she have to go in there and talk to somebody? No. Did she have to go in there and purchase a shirt, some jeans, a purse? No. Did she have to go in and ask the supervisor, could she count the t-shirts on the rack? No. Did she have to interview to go and make this $160? No. So again, gig spot, this is a great one to start. I don't know if every single person here will have the audit shops on your dashboard. I cannot say that. You just have to take a chance, honey. Sign up and see what you get. Because sometimes, depending on like Queen Dawn, she does a lot of shops for them. So once they saw how dependable, reliable she was at doing the shops, they started to reach out to her and say, hey, well, we got a special shop over here for you to do. But that does not mean that they reached out to every single person that does shops for them. They reached out to her. They probably looked at her work ethic and said, hey, we got, some phone calls that need to be made. And this queen was able to make $200 in a couple of hours off a gig spot, making 1-minute phone calls.
Yeah.
So if you do good with a lot of these mystery shop companies, keep in mind that the schedulers are hustlers as well. And they have to get those shops done and off the book before the month's end. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna call Tan. Hey Tan, I got 5 shops here. I need them done by the end of the month. Can you do these shops? And Tan is gonna say, well, what y'all paying? Now, if it's something that you don't agree with and you don't like the amount of money, negotiate.
Yeah.
Negotiate. Ask Chat GPT what to say. What can I say if I don't want to pay or I don't want to get this $20 from them? What can I say to get them to bump it up to $30? Maybe you could say something like, well, you know what? I get it done by Friday if y'all can pay
Mhm.
me $30 a shop. That's
Yeah.
$150 if she doing 5 shops. 150 in a week. No boss, no resume, no experience, no interview people. Easy money. We trying to work what?
Mhm.
Smart, not hard.
Right.
Easy money. Easy money. So again, this is a great one for you kings and queens to start with. Gig Spot is the company. Sign up to see what you may get in your area. Like I said, some people will log in, they may have 2,000 telephone and web shops. Tam may log in, she may have only 500. She doesn't really
Yeah.
do Gig Spot. They're going to give the shops to the people that actually put in the work. So you may not have the same thing, and then you have to think about where you live versus where I live, where Tan lives, where Queen Angela lives. Everybody, we don't all live in the same state. So of course, sometimes if you live in like a rural city, rural town, you may have to put in the next town over in order to see, shops on the dashboard. And if you're traveling, we had a queen here, got $250 just to go and lay on some mattresses. Didn't have to talk to a soul. All they wanted was for her to go in the store, lay on the mattress, get a feel for the mattress, and then provide feedback. She may have to ask a few questions, but maybe not. Maybe just ask the price.
Mhm.
Simple, easy. Again, we want to work smart, not hard. These are not hard at all. If you can read and follow directions, and if you still just don't understand what it is they want you to do, ask the schedulers. The schedulers, again, they're hustlers, y'all. So they trying to make the money too. So let's just say if they're giving you, let's say $100 to go do the shop. Let's say, Gig Spot reach out to Angela. They say, Queen Angela, can you go do this? We're gonna give you $100. The scheduler might be making $200 on the back end. So you think they're not gonna help you? Yes, they're gonna help you. If Angela has a question, she can reach out to her scheduler and say, hey, if Tan is the scheduler, hey Miss Tan, I don't really understand what y'all want me to do. They're gonna walk you through exactly what they want you to do. Exactly what. Nick says, okay, great, that is good. They will correct us. Don says, congrats, yo, course. She says, those are my faves. Hadn't seen any in my area lately. So
Hmm.
it says, for Ellis, I use a Word doc to notate my audio files by greeting, demo, close, and then I can easily transfer. Now, this is a good tip. Thank you, Queen.
Mhm.
Transfer to various sections of the evaluation form.
All right. So let's break this down. Thank you so right. We appreciate it. So this queen is saying that basically she uses a file, a recorder. It is basically a recording by greeting demo, and she uses that to answer question, the questions in the report. So basically, she is recording her interaction at the wherever she's doing, and she's using that recording um, to answer the question. So she's giving you a gem here. So make sure if you do Ellis, write that down, and you can use that yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Gabarina. She says, "Hey, ladies. After the lives are done, is there any way to see the chat? It takes a minute, Queen, before YouTube updates."
Yeah.
Xavier says, "Come on, y'all. Never give up." Nick says, "I know, right? Looks like I need to try them cabbage balls. Cabbage like 4 to 6 cents right now." I ain't never heard of the cabbage board, Nick. Is
Yeah, I
anything
like
else in the board besides cabbage?
but it
London
looks
says cashed out 115 pay view points to a while to accumulate, but it's legit. All right, Queen.
all right.
Congrats, Queen. Nick says thanks. Dope Black Mama says, hey, 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 two chicks in chat joining late. That's okay.
That's so quick.
She says, congrats to you, Xavier. Lady Empress says, yes, some markets for fruit and vegetables are a little pricey. That's why I check the prices at Asian markets or stores like Little or Aldi. It can be reasonable depending on the type of fruit and vegetable. Vanita said vegetarian. She's a vegetarian. She says my food was never cheap, so you can imagine how much it is now. I've been a vegetarian since 2000. Okay.
Oh wow.
Dope Black Mama says congrats, Angela. Helen says they have increased the prices on the bad food also. Guess we going to get healthy for sure. Uh, okay, Yolanda. She said yes, I did from the website. Yolanda, ask Chat GPT. Nobody answered. I would ask Chat GPT or put in, like sometimes we'll tell you guys to put in a dummy number 999 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Lady Empress says processed vegan food is expensive too, in my opinion. It tastes nasty. She said, I'm okay being vegetarian, laugh out loud. um No Black Mama says, congrats to you, Yo Court. Xavier says he has 24,000
All right.
on Fetch. All right, Xavier.
All right.
You can email us, Xavier, if you want to send it. I'm gonna put the email address here. Angela says, congrats to you, Yo Core. She says, yes. The Black Mama says, something is up with my gig spot. Those Ross and Burlington shops used to be my main money on gig spot every time they came around. Haven't seen them pop up for me since early this year.
Wow.
That's the same thing Dawn just said. She said she hasn't seen them either.
Wow.
Carlina says, I'm still getting paid for the retail on Geeks, but I love them. She says $40 last week, them 60 the week before. They still penny and about another 60. They have bills now paying 17 and they were offering bonuses. All right, Queen. Go ahead, Carlina. So Carlina, she's cashing in on those gig spot audit shops as well. Stephanie says, how do they pay? Which companies, Queen? The mystery shops, PayPal, if those are the ones you're asking about. Alonda says, I did cash out on the pay viewpoint. And congrats again, Queen Alonda. It says, what is it called again? The recorder.
What was it? Um,
Hmm.
greeting demo. I think that's what she said. Greeting demo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, greeting demo.
Queen Joy, I'm gonna repost the link. Queen, the chat is moving kind of fast, so I just reposted the link. Some of them do require interviews, Queen. Some do and some do not. Lady Empress says, Stephanie, if you're asking about gig spot, yes, and also bank account. Nick says it's like the crab boil. Oh, okay. Xavier says congrats to everyone. Stephanie says, Lady Empress, thank you. Karen says, expensive groceries makes it difficult to continue with a Seafood dye. And she typed CSEE. All right. So everybody said congrats to everyone. Yo, course, she says, I heard you out loud and clear about D Scout last week. I did a survey, cost $75 for the, y'all see that?
All right,
D
Queen.
Scout.
All
Congrats.
right.
She said she heard us loud and clear.
Keep listening, Queen.
Y'all be sure to check out D Scout. We had the queen to make over like 15,000 off of this one. King Dewey, he made 2,000. He was here some weeks ago. He made 2,000 off of D Scout in a month's time. The link is in the chat for that one. Alonda says, okay, thanks. Helen says, now that's working smarter. So, right. She says, thanks, Helen. Carlina says she has 27,000 points on Fetch. Okay,
All
girl.
right.
27,987.
All
Monica
right.
says she has 19. Okay,
All
congrats,
right.
Queen.
Y'all see your pitch.
19616. Fetch is a good one. That is a great one to get
Yeah.
gift cards from. So if you're trying to stack like gift cards for the holidays, for Christmas, take a look at Fetch Rewards. That is a great one. You can scan receipts and now you can also play games. Lady Empress says, you're welcome, Stephanie. Doe Black Mama says, congrats, Carlina. I'm gonna put it up here. Thank you, Queen. So right. She says the audio
Oh,
recorder
okay.
I use is called Smart Recorder app. Okay. I
Okay.
switch to my Word doc by greeting demo and closing when I'm listening and annotating.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Carlina says,
you.
um, 27,987 fish points. Got an offer with Crowd, Gen Appen, and Nations trying to get me back. We'll look into these tomorrow. All right, Carlina.
All right.
Congrats. King Earl, he just made $80 from Crowd Gen Appen. So they must be cranking out those projects right now. Jay says someone may be beating you to it. Dope Black Mama, she says, hey from the bushes, y'all. Hey, Queen. Lisa said, these guys got my attention now, too. Thank you, Yo Court. Lady Empress said, Nick, I saw that the other day. I'm going to try that. I made smothered cabbage steaks already. Okay.
All right.
Dope Black Mama said, let me get on D Scout ASAP. Carlina says, oh, I forgot about D Scout. Lady Empress says, congrats, everyone. Dope Black Mama says, Jay, yeah, possibly. I think more and more people are doing it. Savannah says, on Fetch, how old can the receipts be? I think it's 14 days or less, Savannah, because if you scan it, it'll tell you if it's too old or not, but I think it's 14. Lisa says, correction, I meant D Scout. Okay, Queen. Carlina says, thanks, everyone. Lillian says she has 28,162
All
on Fetch. Okay,
right.
congrats. Monica says, Savannah, less than 2 weeks. Your course says my fetch is 155. Okay, girl. 155,551 points.
All right.
A nice gift card right there. You can get a few gift cards with that. Karen says 14 days. Savannah says, thanks, Monica. Helen says, hey, if we have to buy all these things, we should be scanning on Fetch, yep, and the other apps. You are exactly
Yes.
right.
So y'all don't forget, if you are using Fetch, grab the other receipt apps like Receipt Hog, Receipt Pal.
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
think
think
you can scan them on inbox too.
Inbox. So don't forget the other receipt apps. You can make that one receipt and scan it into how many ever receipt apps you have. So don't forget to
Mhm.
maximize it that way. So if you have Fetch, not only should you do it in Fetch, but do it in Receipt Pal, Receipt Hog. It was a queen, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Stated she had like what 5 or 6 different receipt apps.
She had a lot of them. She had some I had never heard of before. I
Yeah.
can't remember who it was though, but she did have, I would say maybe 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe had more than that. I can't really remember, but I know she had a lot. Thank you, Xavier. Your course says I play games and upload receipts on Fetch. And see, the good thing with Fetch, though, the games on there, the points to me add up faster than some of the other games that I played on some of the other apps. Their points add up real fast. Lady Empress says, I agree, Helen. Jackie, she says, about a 2. Okay, thank you. Monica says, you're welcome, Savannah. Lillian says, Pogo. Yep, Pogo Tam.
Yeah. Okay. We got the link for Pogo.
So right says, I love Fetch, especially to save on certain items if they have bonus points. Also connect your email, Amazon, and Walmart accounts and get points when shopping online or the food apps. Okay, Queen. She says, Yo, Court, that is amazing. She says, Congratulations to you. So I put that up there. Tan dropped the link for Pogo. This is another receipt scanning app. Y'all be sure to check them out. And so right, she put up a tip. So y'all take a screenshot for what Queen So Right said about the Fetch app. That's a good tip. If you shop online, you can
Mm-hmm.
save some money. Hmm. Jackie says, "Oh, you're welcome too. Thank you, Queen." Y'all take a look at the Pogo app. Another good one. Anybody else got any questions? Any more good news that you guys want to share? If you made $1, $5, 50 cents, 25 cents over the weekend, and you just want to share, drop it in the chat so that we can celebrate you. And again, if you missed any of the links, y'all be sure to let me know. I'm gonna repost a few here now. Lady Empress says, "Are you ladies familiar with Tester Up?" Yep,
Yeah.
I think Leonica was doing that one. Lady Empress, she says an ad popped up a few times while I was playing a game I wanted to check before downloading the app. I want to say Queen Leonica was doing that one, and I could be wrong, but it was somebody here that was doing Tester Up. If anybody here in the chat tonight is doing Tester Up and you guys want to share information about that one, y'all be sure to put it in the chat. So Rice said, OMG, I forgot about Pogo. It's so many, Queen. It's so many.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say, sometimes we know that every single side hustle here, it will not work for every single person. Like if you're doing mystery shop outside of the home, some of you guys may not want to leave the home to go and do mystery shop. Survey sites, some people hate doing the survey sites. And if that's not your thing, I would say maybe pivot to like a prolific or Cloud Research Connect. Those two are more so like research studies. They're a little bit different from like survey sites because with them, whatever you put on the profile, when they start sending you the surveys, you are already qualified. They're not going to send you something that you're not qualified for. A jockey says I made 10.75, $5 from Top Survey and 5.75 from Life Points this weekend. All right, Queen.
All right, Queen.
Congratulations to you. Monica says, I have Pogo on my phone, which I forgot about. I
Mhm.
get it, Queen. It's so many. It's so many different apps.
Yeah.
And if you are working a remote job, learn how to multitask. Learn how to multitask. I used to work Cambly and I would text lonely men, but when somebody called me, I know to put the phone down and start tutoring, teaching the student. And then once they go off the screen, I don't have a student to talk to. I pick the phone back up and I start right back texting. This is how Queen Autism Mommy, she's able to make the income that she makes from multitasking. Jackie says, ah, thanks. Anybody else got any good news before we get to these companies? Y'all already know Tan getting sleepy.
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying.
It's past her bedtime.
I'm trying.
Woo. She getting tired. So y'all put y'all comments, questions
Trying.
in the chat so that we can go ahead and get to these 10 side hustles that can help you pay for those groceries that are high as giraffe lips.
Yeah, because they are.
Earl says he is working on qualifying for crowd gym projects. All right, Earl, go ahead. So Earl did have a
All right.
project. I think it was last week, and he made $80 just to speak some phrases. I think he had to speak like 70 phrases, and they paid him $80 for that. Hey Crafty Diva, how are you, Queen? She says, hi lady. She on Facebook.
Hey, hey. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. So we got 10 side hustles that will help you earn extra money to purchase these groceries because they are high. So let's get started. So the first one is on Earn Star. I was gonna say Own Star. Lord have mercy. Earn Star, and that is a great survey site. We've had kings and queens who have earned money with Earn Star. So that is a newer one. So make sure you sign up. We had kings and queens who again have earned money with Earn Star. Unlock surveys. They have a visa project going on. So they have a lot of surveys about visas. So if you are interested in surveys that are about visas and you have a visa card, make sure you check that out. King Opinion, that is another new survey site. They do a lot of surveys and also some other type of surveys that are like one question and two question surveys. So check that one out. Top surveys, a lot of kings and queens. That is a newer one that have been earning money off top surveys. So make sure you check that out. K Hey Cash is a new one. Well, it's not really new, but it's I would say newer. And we have a lot of kings and queens who have been earning money off Hey Cash. Earn House, that is a good one. We had some queens here who have earned great money off of Earn House. Also, YouGov, we had a queen in the chat that earned money, and we had several queens and kings who have earned great money off of YouGov. Now, Product Tube, which is number 8, that is a good one. We have a lot of kings and queens. You get paid for making short videos. It is a mystery shopping project. I mean, mystery shop type app, but I mean, yeah, mystery shop type app, and you take short videos. You may have to go to Target, you may have to go to Kroger, but again, you do short videos and they pay out in Amazon gift cards. But we have had kings and queens who use those Amazon gift cards at Whole Foods with Amazon to get food. So that is a way you can get groceries with product too. Field Agent is an app. I used to do field agents. They have all different types of short term jobs, maybe one day. It just depends on what it is. I did the end caps at Target through Field Agent. I would go in and do the end caps and come right out. It depends on what the end cap was. It was determined, would that determine the pay. So check that out. And another one is I View It. They are a good one to go out, and they you go out. I think that's the one where you do the cars, right, Kara? The
Mm-mm. I think I view it as you are doing like residential commercial property.
okay, yeah, for insurance
We go
claim.
look. We go look. Look is
Yeah,
the access.
yeah. So make sure you check those out. They can all earn you extra money to create streams of income to help you buy groceries.
Crafty Diva says, "Are there places to get paid to speak English or help others with English?" Yep, Queen Cambly, Tan, and myself, we both have a contract with Cambly. Cambly is a great beginner friendly company. If you've never done it before, I would say start with Cambly. There's another one called Ingu. They are similar to Cambly, and these don't require any type of teaching or tutoring experience. You don't have to have a degree, and I don't think Ingu. I know Cambly doesn't, but I don't think either one of them require you to have a resume, and you don't have to do an interview with a recruiter. I would say maybe check out those two. Anybody else got any questions? We made it to the end,
All
surprisingly.
right, all right.
Anybody else got any questions before we exit stage left? Any questions, any comments, anything you want to share? And I did drop the link in the chat. We are going to be talking about some more side gigs and side hustles. Since, of course, groceries are high as giraffe lips, we will be dropping probably a part 2 sometime this week. We might wait and do it on the next live stream Wednesday. I don't
Yeah.
know yet, but we may do it on the next live stream because Tan did find you guys some more side hustles that you can do. Some of them are from home and some will be outside of the home. So right says, I'm getting hooked on the apartment shops. 13 so far this month. All
All
right,
right.
girl. She
All
says
right.
725 with Ellis and Grace Hill. I found a new site for apartment shops. Survey with style. I will try it out soon and let you know. Okay. Thank you, Queen. And this queen here, Queen So Right, she has over $700 with Ellis. Y'all give
All
it up for
right.
Queen So Right.
All right, Queen.
Um, Congratulations, Queen. Nick says, may everyone have a blessed night and week. Thanks and congrats to everyone. Thanks, Nick. Angela says, yes, I view it. I took pictures of landscaping, upkeeping for properties. That's an easy one, everybody. I view it. All you doing is just taking photos from your phone, and they will let you know how much each one is paying out. Xavier says he has 1090 on Abata. All right,
All
King.
right.
And congratulations to you, Queen Angela. I'm making that change, girl. I view it.
Okay, Queen.
Congrats, King. Xavier on Abata.
All right.
Karen says tomorrow starts a new week. She says new opportunities. Best wishes all for a fantastic and productive week. That's a good one.
All
Thank you,
right. Thank you.
Karen. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Don't Black Mama says, get it so right. So Ray says, thank you, Queen. It Dope Black Mama. Right. So we're gonna come back and do a check-in to see how many of you grab some of these good side
All right.
hustle eggs and how many did you get in the basket. Don't just get one,
Yeah.
get multiple. Earl said King Earl, he has 14. He probably is over there working on number 15. But he said you at least need a dozen eggs. And I do agree with that because if one egg and at any given time for any given reason, it might slow down your job. You might get an email where they are downsizing. So you got to be prepared and not surprised because the companies sometimes they don't give you the heads up. They'll just send an email like they did me when I got terminated from DoorDash. They may not give you a heads up. So we are trying to give you a leg up, telling you to
Right.
get multiple streams of income, side hustle eggs in your baskets.
Right.
Uh Your course is so glad I was able to get on tonight. So motivating. Thank you, Queen. DG says, I was doing I view it before my car went down. She says there's also We Go Look and Proxy Picks.
All right. Thank
Heard
you.
now we had several queens to cash out on We Go Look, but I'm gonna write down Proxy Picks. I'm gonna write that one down. Thank you, Queen DG. Sorry to hear about your car, Queen.
Yeah.
Hope you're able to get it back up. Angela says, okay, so right. Lillian says, good night to all. And she says, congratulations to everyone. So we're going to do a check in later
All
on
right.
in the week. So y'all be sure when we do this check in, come on and get at least 5.
Yeah.
Start with 5. 5 is a good number, and you can always build from 5. Your course says Angela is a boss. And I was gonna tell you that Queen Angela says she started watching us in February.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. So y'all come on from behind the brick wall now. Tanda went from the bookcase to the brick wall. Come from behind that brick wall, Queen. Rewatch some of these live streams. We got plenty of them up still on this channel. Go back and take a look, listen, take screenshots, write stuff down, get a separate email, start signing up to these companies, and then you will see for yourself, because sometimes you got to see it for yourself. I can sit here and talk all day long about what kind of money I'd have made off of what type of site, but you have to take action and you have to do it for yourself. And I know you guys are going to do it. We're going to check back in later on in the week. Jackie says, sure thing. Good night. So Ray says, yes, ma'am, Angela. So we're going to check back with y'all later on in the week.
All right.
We're going to have a side hustle party. How many side hustle eggs do you have in the basket? And this is the thing, y'all. So y'all know we the side hustle queens and we talk about the side hustles, this, that, and that. What y'all think we back here doing? Y'all think we just gonna do 2 chicks and that's it? No. I am working on another side hustle as we speak. I told Tam before we came on the live, I'm gonna do this other side hustle. And she'll let me know whether or not she on board. Might have to drag her kicking and screaming. D Relator says, for the view it job, has anyone ever asked you why are you taking pictures? Um, probably not. Um, Diva lady, because some of the properties may be empty, or it could be a company wanting to see, like if they hired, if the company, let's just say if the company is not in Los Angeles and the company is actually in Los Angeles, but the owner is way across seas somewhere or in a whole nother state, and they say, well, hey, Diva lady, can you drive by, take a picture, as like the queen said, of the landscape, because maybe they paid somebody to go over there and do the landscape. So they want to see, maybe before I pay this
Yeah.
person, let me see that they actually do what they said they were going to do to this landscaping gig that, I'm about to pay for. So I wouldn't really worry about that. I would just go take the picture and go on.
Yeah.
The picture and go on. And they probably know, the companies probably know, that somebody's outside taking pictures. Oh, that's the owner. They probably know, because I'm pretty sure they probably done it before. Somebody's done it before. Alana said, what was the other after we go look? Proxy pics. I'll type it here, Queen. And these are some easy ones, Diva Lady, that you can do from your phone. Stephanie says, thanks, Tan and Carl, and congrats to everyone. So right says, for I view it, there is an authorized letter on the app in the shop you're working on. Okay.
Oh,
Lisa says, party. Londa says, thank you, Karen. Karen says, you're welcome, Alonda. Angela says, have a productive and prosperous week, everybody.
all right.
So
Thank
we're
you.
gonna check back in. No problem, Diva lady. Lady Empress said the brick wall.
Yeah. Very fine. All
Yep,
right.
come on out from behind that brick wall. But these are some easy ones that you guys can do from the phone. So if you don't have a computer, there's no excuse. You still can make money from that
Wow.
cell phone. And y'all know my little spiel. Don't have that $1,400, $1,500 phone and you're not making money from it.
Yeah.
Jay says, yes, Kurt, it can be dangerous, especially going on residential properties where people reside. Are they actually sending you, Jay, to places where people actually live? So, right says, everyone be blessed, cracking those eggs open.
All right.
Ajaka says, you do the same. Looking forward to Wednesday. Woohoo! Thank you, Queen. Jay says our viewer has bad communication issues. Xavier says he is applying for tellers. Okay, Xavier. D says yes, sometimes. Oh, okay, okay. Earl says peace, everybody, and rest well. So I would say with that, I would just say use your judgment. Yeah, use your judgment when it comes to if I guess if somebody is living there, if you know somebody is living there, I would say use your judgment. Um, but all right, y'all, we gonna end it right there because y'all see Tan about to hit head about to hit that
I
keyboard.
know, child. I'm leaning.
Ah, thank you, everybody, so much for joining us
Have
tonight.
a
We
good
greatly
one.
appreciate each and every
See you
single
guys
one of
on
you.
Wednesday.
On your way out the door, hit that like button. It don't cost you none. Make sure you share the video. We'll see y'all later. Bye,
Yeah.
guys.